So I'm working this flight to Edinburgh, Scotland, and there were two brand new flight attendants right out of training. And they wound up being my first class galley, an aisle person. So we're on an Airbus A330. It requires 4 people in the front. You know, for some reason, it always seems to go down to the most junior people to get what I would consider the more important positions on the plane. And the galley position is really important because if the galley person can't get it together, it makes the service kind of lag. I used to do galley all the time before I was a purser, and I was good at it, and I'm still good at it. So I said, if you get galley, don't worry, because 2 of us are in the galley. So just follow my lead and it'll be fine. The aisle person can just follow the other girl's lead. Now there's 4 of us up there, 2 brand newbies, and the other girl that's up there with us, she's been flying like 18 years. So the flight attendant that was 18 years also had a group of friends that were going on a golf trip to Edinburgh, doing the service, and we're getting towards the end of the service, and we're picking up the meals. The meal service is done, and we're picking up, and one of the new flight attendants said, one's a guy, one's a girl. The guy, he says to me, shouldn't she be helping us? And I said, yeah, she should be helping us. What is she doing? She says, well, she's just up there talking to her friends. I look up there and I see her. I hadn't seen her, but I had noticed because, you know, we're all working. Well, I'll go talk to her. And they both said, no, don't go say anything. I said, well, if she's not working, I need to say something. And they're like, oh, she's going to be mad, or she's going to get mad at us. I don't know what it is when people will point out a problem, but they do not want to fix the problem. Why even point it out if you don't want it fixed? I'm just going to go tell her, and that she just needs to help us. It's no big deal. So I go over to her and I said, hey, you think you can help us finish picking up? And she goes, well, I'm talking to my friends, and talking is part of my job. I said, you are absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. But when there is work to be done, we do the work first. And then after the work is done, if there's time and they're awake and they feel chatty, then you can engage them in conversation. But while we're working, we're all working. And nobody's done till everybody's done. So she says, did they say something? Did they say something to you about this? I said, it has nothing to do with them. I see there's work to be done and you're up here talking. You're not helping. So I'm just asking you to come finish. That's all. So she was like upset right off the bat. I'm thinking, why are we making it a thing? We all know what we have to do. We all know our part. Go pick up the trays. Go pick up I think we were even done with dessert. Go pick up the dessert and the coffee cups and everything, and then go talk to your friends. You know what? They're not getting off early. So she storms back into the second galley where the 2 newbies are. And she swipes the curtain over and says, did you complain about me? And, you know, she got in the newbies' faces. I stood in front of both of them and I said, this isn't about them, and I told you that already. I'm telling you this needs to be done, and I'm just asking you to do it. That's all. I said, we're not going to the office. We're not going to talk to a manager. Nobody's writing anybody up. We're just going to do our job, and then that's it. Why are you trying to make it a thing? And she stormed off. And then she came back, and so the guy who complained to me about her not working said, I told you she was going to be mad. I said, yeah, she can be mad as long as she picks up the dishes, as long as she works. You could be mad and work at the same time. You could still, if you can walk and chew gum, you're good. I don't care if she's mad. We all have a set job. And if you're not doing your job, somebody else is doing your job. Somebody's carrying your load. We all have to carry the load at the same time, or else it doesn't work. When it was time to do the next service some hours later, guess who did it without stopping? Guess who didn't have any problems doing her work until it was done? Problem solved.